I came back for a third solo investigation of Virginia City in the fall of 2018. My first stop was the Silver Queen Hotel. I walked around both floors of the hotel filming, hoping to maybe catch a glimpse of some of the fantastic orbs that I caught on my last visit there. As luck would have it, while walking down this hallway, this fast-moving orb shot right at me. Here it is zoomed in at normal speed. Here it is zoomed in and slowed down by 30% to see it more clearly. Here it is zoomed in and stopped, so you can see it is not a bug. I walked down the street to the Washoe Club and took these pics in front of the club in succession, seconds apart, hoping to possibly catch something. After reviewing all the pics, I unfortunately did not capture anything out of the ordinary. Next, I took these pics in succession, seconds apart, while looking into the bar from the outside. I was hoping to capture a green orb floating above the bar stool like I did the last time. After reviewing the pics, what I captured in this pic blew me away, and made the green orb I caught the last time look like child's play. I see a translucent skeletal face with eyes and nose, wearing a cowboy hat. Here's the same area zoomed in all the previous pics, so you can see that nothing was there in that area before this pic. I went back to the Silver Queen to go to bed, and for the first time ever, I had a night vision camcorder that I set up on a tripod all night long to record me while I slept in room 11. I have got to say that watching 7 hours and 6 minutes of footage that sounded and looked mostly like this was not the most exciting thing to watch. I honestly was nodding off, trying to watch all 7 hours and 6 minutes of this footage to see if there was any paranormal evidence. I got so desperate to find a way to make watching this footage more bearable that I brought my computer into my kitchen area and set it up on the bar so that I would be forced to stand up while watching all the footage. Watching footage like this with hardly any movement or sound for 7 hours and 6 minutes really will try your patience. But after watching small portions of it, days and days on end, I finally got through it all. I was hoping to catch some kind of evidence of the unseen force that laid up against me in that very same room in the past. But unfortunately for me this time, I had neighbors in the room right next to me behind this door, and also above me on the second floor, making noises all night long. The lovely woman in the room next to me coughed, and coughed, and coughed, and coughed, all night long, keeping me up tossing and turning. Finally, even the guy decided to join in too. This scared the crap out of me. When they decided to take a bath, starting at 5 a.m. in the morning. This saying, attributed to Mark Twain, truly is an understatement. You can hear every single sound someone makes in this hotel if they are staying in a room next to you or above you. I was lucky in the past times that I was at this hotel because I was completely alone and there were no other patrons in the hotel. Unfortunately, this time, I had someone staying in the room right next to me and someone right above me. Due to all the natural noises that was occurring from them, such as walking around, talking, taking baths, coughing, I just can't trust the audio in this clip, and I can't say that any of it was paranormally related, and it was mostly all just natural noises from people being around me. The very thin walls of the hotel, allowing all the natural noises to leak into my room, kept me up all night tossing and turning, until I finally just gave up trying to sleep. I got so little sleep that it really took its toll on me later on when I was in the Washoe Club doing my investigation. I started getting sleepy really early on.
I am dragging ass right now. I'm having a really hard time to keep going. I did not get enough sleep last night, and it's really starting to kick in, like big time.
After watching all 7 hours and 6 minutes of the footage, I did find one odd occurrence at the 5 hour, 5 minutes, and 34 second mark. There is a loud bang followed by a quick flash of some kind of light anomaly that shoots down towards me in the bed. Here is the footage slowed down to show the light anomaly more clearly. Here is the footage stopped and zoomed in to show the light anomaly. I have no idea what that is, but it looks like some kind of electricity to me. I admit that I was very skeptical of this footage and thought that it might be a glitch due to video compression. The original file uploaded onto the hard drive from the camcorder was a very large file size. To save space on my hard drive, I had taken the original file and compressed it to upload into the editing program, and that was the file that I was watching when I saw this light anomaly. I was skeptical that this light anomaly was some kind of glitch due to the video compression, so I took the original file straight off the camcorder and played it in a media player at the same time sequence. At the exact same time sequence of 5 hours, 5 minutes, and 34 seconds, the same light anomaly appears on the original file. So it appears that the light anomaly was recorded straight onto the camcorder's memory stick and was not some type of glitch related to me compressing the file. Is this the spirit of the woman trying to manifest to lay up against me again for the 4th time? I don't know, but it's odd to me that I described the feeling of this thing laying up against me as feeling like this. I then felt a pressure lay on top of me and surround me like a blanket of static electricity. And my camcorder captured this. The next night, I spent my 3rd time alone locked inside of the Washoe Club all night by myself. The first paranormal experience that happened to me that night, I did not get on camera, and it sickens me. I had told myself before beginning this investigation to never ever turn off the camcorder, because in my past investigation, I had captured inaudible voices at the time that I was totally unaware of until I reviewed the footage later. So I had told myself to always leave the camcorder running even when moving it from room to room or doing mundane tasks like setting up equipment. I did not want to take the chance of missing anything significant, so I had told myself to never turn off the camcorder no matter what. I decided to use the restroom before beginning my investigation, and like an idiot, I broke my own rule and turned off the camcorder while using the restroom. While in the restroom, I had the door shut. I had been in the restroom no more than a minute with the door shut when I heard what sounded like someone stomping down this walkway right in front of the restroom door. After about 10 seconds, the steps stopped, and then I heard what sounded like something metal getting thrown against one of the walls of the museum and clanging as it hit the ground. After that, there was complete silence. The steps were so loud and forceful that I thought someone must have came into the museum from the outside. When I heard the loud metal clang, I assumed that was someone in the museum stealing my camcorder and knocking my equipment off the table while I was in the restroom. This all happened within a matter of seconds, and I was getting very nervous as I was preparing to jump out of the restroom and confront whoever was trying to steal my camcorder. Thinking about it now, I can laugh about it, but at the time I was very scared, and I remember getting ready to jump out the restroom and yelling as loud as I could that whoever was in the museum better get out of there because I was about to come out the restroom and fuck them up. I believed it had to be local kids or someone jacking with me, because earlier when I went up to the 2nd floor to check that it was unlocked before the staff left, I had seen dried up eggs all along the staircase leading up to the 2nd floor. It appeared to me that someone had egged the place a day prior, so I was on edge thinking that if some local teenagers knew I was going to be in there that night, that they were going to try to jack with me by throwing eggs at the building while I was in there. All these thoughts were running through my head as I prepared to jump out of the bathroom and confront whoever was in that room trying to steal my stuff. My heart sank in my chest after I yelled out, because there was nothing but silence. When I jumped out of the bathroom, there was no one there at all, and the only door that someone could have entered from the outside was locked from the inside. I started to shake so badly at that point when I realized that the loud steps I had heard and the metal clang of something getting thrown against the wall were not caused by a living human being. No one was in that room but me, and the one and only entry point into that room was still locked from the inside. The steps had been so heavy that I had felt the vibrations of them through my feet while in the restroom. I knew from my past experiences that this place was haunted, but the intensity of those footsteps and something getting thrown had me shook up hard. I had to call a friend and talk to them on the phone for about 30 minutes before I could even bring myself to begin my investigation and go up to the 2nd floor. I admit that I was scared, but I was also so mad that I had turned off the camcorder and missed filming that entire experience. This footage is of me going through my stuff shortly after this incident, When I had the camcorder turned back on, you can see several orbs shoot down the exact pathway that I heard the steps come from while I was in the restroom just minutes earlier. This orb even bounces like someone walking down the exact walkway I had heard the steps on earlier. Eventually, after calming myself down and gathering up my courage, I began my investigation. I was narrating on the upper floor when this happened.
They do not come out and yell boo like in Hollywood movies.
Two orbs in a row like I had never seen appeared to my left. A bright flashing orb also appeared above my head.
Alright, Washoe Club ghosts, I'm going to leave this camcorder here. If you can, please show yourself for me. If you can, please speak. If you want to hum. Walk around, whatever you want to do. I would really love to capture you on this camcorder.
There was 43 minutes of this. Complete silence until at 31 minutes this happened.
Can you say something or speak? If you come speak near that microphone, I'll hear you.
While asking the spirits to speak, this orb appeared.
Is it okay that I'm in here? Sounds like you said no, I just heard you. Why is it not okay? I just heard this say no in a female voice. I've been in here a couple of times already, and I like it here. I like your club. That was a very loud bang.
You can see with my prior experience that I had gotten used to unexplained noises and expected them to happen, and no longer jumped when they occurred.
The man that walked up these steps behind me, are you in here? I don't know if you remember me, but I was here one time and you walked up the steps behind me. I was down in the crypt and I could hear you.
While trying to speak to the spirit that walked up the wooden steps for me in the past, a black shadow of some kind darts down the hallway on my left-hand side very fast. Here's the footage slowed down by 90%, and even then, it's moving extremely fast and hard to see. It's a black, free-floating mass of some sort, and not a shadow caused by me, as I was standing completely still. It was also followed closely by a shooting orb.
I'm not going to be coming back after this. I have to take a break. Y'all are kind of draining that way, to be honest. I don't know if you can feel my energy, but I can feel your energy in here. Most people don't believe you're here, and I'm trying to show people that you are here. So any evidence you can give me of that, I would really appreciate. Is there a woman around me? Because last time I was here, I heard you in this next room behind me. I actually heard you holler. The woman that I heard in here before, can you speak right now? I heard you in here the last time I was here. I heard you either moan or scream. I just heard something. It sounded like something talking again, and I just heard it. I don't know if the microphone picked that up.
At the time, I could swear that I was hearing a very faint female voice talking, but when reviewing this footage, I turned up the audio as loud as possible and heard nothing but complete silence.
Can you tell me your name? My name is Ryan. I think I heard a woman speak again. I'm not sure. Why are you speaking so much in this room? What is it about this room that you like so much? I'm hoping you're going to come talk to that microphone because I heard you the last time I was in here. It sounded like you were even walking around the last time I was in here. I was here before and I can hear you in this room. Can you say hi to me or speak? I almost heard you shout, "Come please, speak louder." Why are you being so quiet? I just heard some kind of weird sound. I don't know if that was a response or not, but was that you? Could have sworn I just heard a woman. Are you trying to speak now?
I immediately listened back to the recording on the EVP recorder to see if I could hear a woman's voice, but there was nothing on the recording. Regardless, I could swear that I was hearing a faint female voice in that room with my own ears. While listening to the playback, this orb appeared in the window. Next, I left the camcorder filming the staircase for 25 minutes while I went to take a break and eat in the museum. There was nothing but silence for 25 minutes except for this loud bang at 22 minutes. This raises so many questions in me, like why was this staircase so active the last time I was here, but yet, this time, it was like this for 25 minutes. Complete silence except for one bang. I decided to do a spirit box session, and I did get 2 clear voices.
Do you like me being in here? Or do you not want me in here?
What?
I heard you say what? Why are you asking me what? What's your question? Heard a female voice say what? Why aren't you speaking this time? Are you angry? Well, I'm gonna shut this off. You don't seem to want to talk. So, I'm gonna turn it off. I hear you keep saying stuff, and I'm about to shut this off. Why are you saying stuff? Why didn't you say it when I was standing up there? Do you want me to turn this off? Alright, I'm turning it off.
While I was looking at pics on my phone that I had just taken in this room, an inaudible hum was captured by my microphone that I did not hear until reviewing the footage later. This hum sounds similar to the other 2 inaudible hums I captured in the past in 2 separate rooms.
Do you like me being here? So, in this room, the last time I was here, I was talking about mine owners having a great time in here, partying it up, while the miners got screwed over and didn't get to enjoy the partying. And there was an inaudible voice that came through when I was talking about that seemed to be agreeing with me, that said, yeah. So I'm hoping that voice can show up again. So I think you were a mine worker the last time I was here, and you seemed to agree with me when I was talking about the mine owners reaping all the benefits of you working hard and you not getting to party. Was that you? If that was you, can you speak again? You seem to have a lot of emotion about that subject. Did you not like that they were partying in here and you couldn't? Did that make you angry?
Right after I asked if that made him angry, this fast-moving orb appeared. With the orb slowed down and zoomed in, you can see it is clearly not an insect or bug and is pulsating. This is what a bug looks like when it is captured on video. It has a distinctive movement to it, and it also has a distinctive shape. Also, there is this. My microphone is very sensitive and can pick up the softest noises in a room, even the buzzing of insects. When this orb appeared in this room, you can clearly hear that there was complete silence and no buzzing from an insect.
Did that make you angry? I keep seeing like a flashing out of the corner of my eye over here. I don't know if that's just because of the lights, because the lights are kind of blinding, so it just might be that. But every once in a while I keep seeing a flash out of the corner of my eye, so if that's you, can you say yes? If you're in this room, can you say something? Are you still mad about the mine owners not allowing you to be in here and have a party? While you work hard and they get all the money?
It appears that while I was asking this question, an orb appears and seems to run down my jacket. Could this be the spirit of the miner in this room, reaching out to run his hand down my jacket?
Did they take all your money? I'm sure the mining store sucked back in the day. Seemed like they ripped you off on the prices, right?
As I was mentioning how much the mine stores must have sucked, this orb appeared behind me. Maybe it was the miner showing that he agreed with me.
Alright, the last time I was in here, guys, I asked, do y'all have good parties in here?
As if on cue, this orb appears.
There goes another orb, I just saw it.
All of a sudden, a lot of orbs appear on my left-hand side. Is it possible that the lady I was talking about was trying to materialize?
I am seeing a lot of flashing orbs. Okay guys, if y'all are in here, can y'all speak to me tonight? Did y'all used to have good parties in here?
This is the response I got to that question the last time I was in this room.
Did y'all have parties? I just heard a woman's voice. And a guy's voice.
The same voices did not speak this time, but maybe they made their presence known by this massive display of orbs. I have never seen this many orbs appear at once, and I was quite surprised by it. I honestly felt an electric feeling around me as this was happening. People say that orbs are nothing more than reflections of light off of dust particles. If this is the case, then where was the dust coming from that was causing this many orbs to appear all at once? I was standing in the middle of the room not moving, and in the previous shot before I entered this room, you can see that my jacket is not covered in dust, nor am I. I find it very coincidental that just before I entered the ballroom seeing those orbs, I had been standing in this room looking over into the ballroom and had said this.
I keep seeing like a flashing out of the corner of my eye over here. I don't know if that's just because of the lights, because the lights are kind of blinding, so it just might be that. But every once in a while I keep seeing a flash out of the corner of my eye, so...
Just minutes after saying this, I walked into the ballroom and captured on camera these many flashing orbs appearing in front of me while speaking about hearing the woman and man respond to my questions the last time I was in this very room.
So the woman I talked to before, are you still in here? Okay, I just saw an orb float down. If that's you, I just saw you. Can you say hi?
Again, I did not capture any voices this time, but I wonder if this is the woman showing herself to me in the only way she could. I started an EVP session, and as I was asking various questions, several orbs appeared around me, almost like they were trying to touch me.
The woman I heard in here the last time, can you come over here and speak into this? And let me know that you're here? Can you say hi to me? Did you used to have dances in here? If you did, were they fun dances? The man that spoke in here the last time, are you here? The last time the lovely woman said a nice thing to me, but it sounded like you grunted at her afterwards. Why did you do that? So is there anyone still in this room that used to have parties? Is there anyone in this room who used to like dancing? Is there anyone in this room who misses the parties and the dating? Did you have a husband?
The intensity of this slow-moving orb really caught my attention when watching this footage. Watching the way this orb seemed to hover around me and change direction multiple times really had me asking myself, how is this dust? It has me asking myself if this is the spirit of the woman or man I heard speak in this room before, and were they standing beside me in this room? I walked up the staircase to the 3rd floor to investigate the room that has a supposed child spirit. I was using the spirit box, not getting any answers, but when I reviewed this clip, what I saw gave me chills. Over my right hand shoulder, it appears that some kind of shadow figure walks behind me.
Or if you want me to leave, tell me to leave.
I had no idea at the time that this figure had walked behind me, since I was standing in complete darkness with my back turned to it. I had walked through this area earlier filming, and after looking at that footage, I see nothing in that area that could be mistaken for a moving shadow figure. Whatever it was would have been right here, with this point of view looking at my back. When I saw this later while reviewing the footage, it gave me chills. It makes me wonder if this shadow figure was actually a child that heard me talking about it earlier when I was in this room.
Supposedly, there's child spirits in here, and that's why they have these toys. It interacts with these toys, supposedly.
Whatever it was, I had no idea it was passing behind me, as I was standing in complete darkness with my back to it. I even complained to the spirits no more than 5 minutes after capturing this, as I was unaware of it.
I have been all through this building all night, and I don't know why y'all aren't interacting.
I guess my instinct was right when on my previous visit here, I said this.
I do not like the feeling up here. I don't know why, but it feels the worst of all the floors. So I'm about to leave the camcorder in the crypt, pointed up to the stairs where I captured the footsteps in the past, and I'm hoping something is going to happen. I'm going to take probably a 30-minute nap and just sleep, set a timer, and then come back and get it and be done for the night. So, guys, if you can, please give me some kind of activity to record so that I can show people that you're here and show people that you're real. Please speak up so that the microphone can record you. Walk through this room, show up on those stairs, walk up those stairs, whatever you feel comfortable with, please do it. I would really appreciate it, guys. I left the camcorder in the crypt and went to take a 30-minute nap in the museum. When I woke up and went back into the crypt to retrieve my camcorder, it was turned off for some reason and no longer recording. The weird thing is that I was able to power it up, and the battery still had plenty of juice left in it, and the memory card still had plenty of space left on it. It was as if something had turned off the camcorder while I was sleeping. When I reviewed the 22 minutes of footage that the camcorder had recorded in the crypt before being turned off, sadly, there was nothing of any substance. There were no voices, sounds, orbs, or visual anomalies of any kind. It was just complete silence. It was like night and day from the last time I left a camcorder in the crypt that captured a lot of activity. It is frustrating not understanding why on one date in the exact same location there was tons of activity, yet on another date in the exact same location there was absolutely nothing.
Here is the exact moment that the camcorder, for whatever reason, turns off and stops recording.
I came to Virginia City 5 times and filmed over 35 hours of footage.
Is this city haunted? I think the footage speaks for itself. In the Silver Queen Hotel, I captured 2 different orbs in room 11, which appeared while discussing the ghosts that laid up against me in bed. I also captured an orb appearing behind me, followed by 3 knocks on the door while discussing the woman's spirit. That I was just dreaming. The first time I captured several orbs while wandering the hallways of the hotel. It seemed like some kind of spirit was always hanging out in the hallway near room 11. I also had 2 different occasions where an unseen force sat on the bed and against me, causing me to jump out of the bed and try to catch it. Also, a light anomaly of some sort appeared above me while I slept in the bed. The Washoe Club was a treasure trove of paranormal activity of all kinds. Outside of the club, I captured several weird things, like a translucent figure that looks like a man in a cowboy hat, and a green orb floating over a bar stool. I caught the sound of a bar stool creaking by the stairs. Was this your favorite place to stand? While standing by the spiral staircase and speaking about the lady in blue, I caught several orbs that seemed to materialize and hang out around the spiral staircase, where the lady is supposedly seen. In the museum, I captured several orbs floating around just minutes after I experienced hearing some unseen force stomp down the middle of the room while I was in the restroom. The crypt was a hot spot where I captured many different types of orbs of all shapes and sizes that appeared in different spots and moved throughout the room. The crypt was also a hotbed for disembodied voices and poltergeist activity.
Do you not like that? Wow. I know you heard that. I captured humming in the crypt that at the time was inaudible, that I also captured in 2 other parts of the club. Do you like me being here? The very first room I entered on the 2nd floor of the Washoe Club was a very active room for me. It contained different types of light anomalies and orbs of all shapes and sizes that seemed to appear as I was talking about my past experiences in this room. Through the spirit box, I received what sounded like a woman's voice responding to my question, and on a separate occasion, a disembodied man's voice after minutes of nothing but complete silence. Is it okay that I'm in here? Sounds like you said no, I just heard you. Right next to this room is a long hallway that is the pathway that leads up to the staircase, that is visible from down in the crypt, where I caught the sound of boots walking up it. On my very first visit here, in this exact same hallway, I caught these moving light streaks with my cell phone camera. On a future visit in the same hallway, while talking about how I captured the sound of someone walking up that staircase behind me, I caught several orbs floating around this area, like they were checking me out, wondering what I was doing there. While asking the question if there was a man who walked up the staircase, this black shadow darted down the hallway beside me. In the same hallway, I captured the sound of a door slamming somewhere in the club. That was a very loud bang. While walking down this hallway, I all of a sudden smelled perfume. Okay. I am already smelling what to me smells like perfume in here. In this room, I captured what sounds like a woman screaming and trying to speak to me. The woman that I heard in here before, can you speak right now? I just heard something. It sounded like something talking again, and I just heard it. Can you tell me your name? My name is Ryan. I think I heard a woman speak again. I'm not sure. I was here before. I could hear you in this room. Did you say hi to me to speak? I just heard some kind of weird sound. I don't know if that was a response or not, but... Was that you? Could have sworn I just heard a woman.
I wonder if the woman I kept hearing, speaking in different parts of the club, could be this woman, and what was she trying to communicate to me? Looking out of this room during a different visit, it sounded like something was walking around or moving things in the room surrounding this one.
Something is walking around in here. That was not me. I'm sitting completely still. Okay, I can hear you. I hear you walking around, and I think I heard you talk.
I even heard what sounds like one of the chairs in this room scooting across the floor. After hearing these noises, I proceeded into the next room facing the main staircase and captured what sounds like something walking up the stairs and a woman talking.
So let me know you're in here. Okay, something's walking around. I can hear it. Are you trying to let me know you're here? I am hearing something fucking walking around. And I thought I heard another voice.
This staircase ended up being a hotspot for spirit box voices.
Did you say get out? I'm not gonna get out. I'm gonna stay. What's your name? Bob. I think it just said Bob. What's your name? What? What's your name?
Do you like me being in here? Or do you not want me in here?
What?
I heard you say what? Why are you asking me what? What's your question? Are you angry? This orb materialized at the base of the staircase and shot up the staircase. In the poker room, I caught several orbs that seemed to shoot and hover around the room as I was discussing how I recorded an inaudible male voice in this room in the past. Here is that moment.
I wonder what the lives of the miners were like. The poor guys who were slaving in the mines, while the rich owners were in this club living it up playing cards.
It makes me wonder if the voice I captured in that room could be this man, and could he have been one of the rich mine owners who partied in that very room. The next room over from the poker room was the ballroom, which seemed to have all different types of activity. I caught the sound of a door slamming.
This is the infamous... Oh, I just heard something.
I caught two voices in this room, one inaudible while playing popular Civil War music, another through the spirit box.
Was it a fun time in here for you? Do I have parties? I just heard a woman's voice. And a guy's voice.
I caught all kinds of different types of orbs in this room, which comes as no surprise to me after all the voices I captured in this room. After capturing what sounded like a woman saying yeah to my question about parties in this ballroom, and what sounded like a man scolding her, I kept asking questions about whether or not they missed those parties and being in relationships, and it seemed as if tons of orbs of all kinds appeared in this room, as if the spirits were saying they missed the parties held here in the past. On the third floor with the supposed child spirit, I got my most stunning piece of evidence as a shadow figure walked behind me. It seemed to even pause for a split second to take a look at me before continuing walking. I wonder if this shadow figure could be this little girl running around the room playing with these toys and also looking for this doll or other toys in the adjacent room. I spent 12 hours inside of the club during my last investigation. I had decided this would be my very last visit, so I went through the club paying my respects to the spirits.
Thank you for allowing me to be in here tonight. If you did speak and my microphone recorded it, I appreciate that. Or if one of the times I had the camcorder set up on the tripod, if you interacted with me then, I really appreciate that. I just like to show people that y'all are here and that you do exist. So any kind of interaction you did that I just don't know about yet because I haven't reviewed it yet, I appreciate that and thank you. Guys, I just want to say thank you for any interaction that you gave me tonight that maybe I don't know about yet because it was inaudible or something like that. So if you did that, I want to thank you and say I appreciate it. I just want to show people that you're real and that you do exist. That's my number one goal. Guys, I'm going to be leaving now, but I did want to say before I leave that I appreciate any evidence you gave me tonight. Maybe you spoke and I just wasn't audibly able to hear it, and maybe this microphone captured it and I'll hear it later maybe when I check through all my evidence. If you did speak like that, and you did say something, I just want to say thank you. I just want to say to whatever spirit is in this room that I've captured before, and that I've heard humming, I want to say thank you for letting me capture that. And if you did anything while I left the camcorder in here on the tripod recording, if you spoke, or you hummed again, or you showed yourself, or anything like that, I just want to say thank you for that, if I haven't seen it yet. And I'm going to go home for the night, and I want to thank you for any evidence that you gave me. And I want to say thank you to every spirit in the Washoe Club. I want to say thank you. So what is my answer to the ultimate final question of, is this place haunted? Honestly, I have more questions now than before, and my answer is, I don't know. Maybe the voices, sounds, and sights I see in this place are energy from the past that is able to replay in this area for reasons we have not yet discovered. Maybe there are multiple dimensions, and the sights and sounds I captured are quick glimpses into the past or into some other alternate universe. Maybe these things are seeing and hearing me for a split second from their universe and looking at me wondering what the hell was that, just like I'm doing with them. Or maybe the simplest explanation is that there are spirits roaming the earth, and for reasons we do not yet understand, they can choose when and where they want to appear, and in whatever manner they want to. Maybe there is some set of rules that bounds them and governs them from showing themselves as much as they would like to. I just don't know. What I do know is the things happening here are not normal. I wonder if restless spirits are walking these hallways, longingly staring out of the club windows at the church across the street, wishing they could find sanctuary and peace, wishing they could cut free from whatever is keeping and holding them hostage and forever tied to this monument to the past. I just hope that if what I experienced really is restless spirits, that they find peace and that my interactions with them helped them in some way.